guys, thank you for coming back to another session of the Hopry. My name is Mark Starr, and today I'm going to be sharing, sadly enough, my very first Stone beer with you guys. Now, if you pay attention to beer news and kind of what's going on in the industry, you'll know that Stone just recently became available in the Kansas City market. I can't tell you how happy that makes me. In fact, I was contacted by the brewery along with some of the other bloggers here in Kansas City for a private session with Greg Cook, the owner. The funny thing is that it was from 10 in the morning until noon. I don't traditionally like to start drinking at 10 o'clock in the morning just because I tend to fall asleep by about 3 o'clock. But all the beers that we had were really good. Some of them were extremely good. In fact, Tim and I are kind of in the process of working through a special session that we want to do for you guys as it relates to Stone. So hope you'll come back and see that. But anyway, today's beer is called their Ruination IPA. And one of the things that Greg said about this that I found to be a little bit intriguing is that when he started brewing this beer in the mid-90s, a 7.7% IPA like this was almost unheard of. Now, there may have been 3 or 4 maybe on the market, but in those days, this was really considered an extreme beer. By today's standards, not so much, but that doesn't mean that it's not something that's very good. Hell, it's been around since the 90s. I'm sure that they've had a lot of success with this beer, and that's why they continue to brew it. But, really having Stone here is a great thing for us. We really need it. We already have some great breweries in the market, but adding somebody like Stone, I think, is, going to do a lot of good for Kansas City. And I hope a lot of other breweries out there will take note and start coming here as well. I know that we have Green Flash, Deschutes, maybe 1 or 2 others that are currently eyeing our market. But anyway, really excited to have Stone. Let's get into the review. When you look at the color on this one, it's got this perfectly clear, warm orange color, and just tons of carbonation. I can tell that this has really got a lot of carbonation in it just from all of those bubbles that are just jetting to the top of the glass. The head on it, very nice traditional IPA looking head on it. It's got this light off white eggshell kind of color. But yeah, really just a traditional looking IPA. Really West Coast in its appearance. It is lighter colored and very clear. So anyway, let's go ahead and smell it. So this one is a touch cold, I have to admit. My IPAs, they always stay in the fridge, so sometimes they tend to be a little bit too cold when I review them. I am really getting a lot of that, piney citrus character out of there that you're always going to get from those West Coast IPAs. Maybe just a touch of sweetness, not a whole lot. I'm imagining that the hops in here are really more for the bittering and the aroma end. Because I do get a lot of the aroma, having had it before and knowing how bitter it is. I know they probably utilize a lot of those hops early on. But yeah, just a nice, really good smelling, fresh, which is good. They just showed up here, so it's fresh, fresh smelling IPA. So here we go. Yeah, I think for an IPA at 7.2 did I say? 7.7. This really is an easy to drink IPA. There is a good amount of bitterness in there. So when I say easy to drink, don't go giving this to somebody that's never had an IPA before and say, hey, drink 3 of these. They're probably going to turn up their nose unless they really like those hops. But I get a lot of bitterness on the tongue up front. I get that caramel character from those malts, really kind of on the mid palate. But it's drying, obviously, because there's so much hop. I get that sort of grapefruit peel. So the bitter grapefruit sort of essence, if you will. A really good amount of that pine character little bit of orange. But overall, just a really well-made IPA, and I can see why this one's been in their repertoire for so long. As it is today, something you can really find just about anywhere. Everybody's brewing an IPA. Everybody's brewing an IPA, double IPA. But I think this one just really situates itself nicely within those line of beers. So anyway, I think that's about it for today, and until we get together next time, my name is Mark Starr. Cheers.